Hey, what are you doing here? You were supposed to go straight home after Maxie's testimony.
What is a home, really? An abode? A safe haven, a place to rest?
Did Maxie end up in jail?
I fear she's trapped in a prison of her own making, one of shame, humiliation, loneliness.
Where is she right now?
I know not. I should have heeded Stone Cold's advice and stayed within the confines of my pink bedroom. My presence in court only made painful testimony even worse.
What happened? What did she say? Did she say something to incriminate herself?
The prickly prosecutor asked almost nothing about the night of the murder.
Spinelli, that's great.
Yeah, no, but instead he asked questions of a most personal and humiliating nature. He presented Fair Maximista as a careless wench of the lowest virtue, of the roundest heel. He forced her to admit that she knew the crabby commando in the biblical sense for the sole intention of hurting fair Lulu, and then forced her to admit that she offered herself again to the crabby commando only to be rejected.
At least we know that Baldwin doesn't suspect anything.
Yeah. I admire how you can stick to the facts, but had you seen her on the witness stand? Never flinching, never resorting to a lie? She was the epitome of courage.
Did you tell her that?
I was witness to her brutal and public humiliation, and for that reason, she cannot bear the sight of me.
Why do you think that?
She walked out of the courtroom, head held high, and I followed to offer a kind word of comfort, but she just kept walking. Maximisa just walked away. I guess too distraught to even glance in my direction, but my admiration remains pure.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I could never judge Maximista for her propensity to make bad choices.
Maxie does bring a lot of trouble on herself.
If you had just seen the pain in her eyes.
Okay, Maxie is tough. She may not be as upset about this as you are.
Yeah, but then why did she walk away from me?
Why? Because she was embarrassed. I mean, you know what that's like?
All too well, I'm afraid.
Sometimes it's more painful to be friends with someone who expects the best from you than someone who expects the worst.
By that stone-cold logic, the kindest thing for me to do for Maximista would be to have no expectations either way. To leave her completely alone.
And that's up to you.
Yeah, but that way is so painful. As I've seen with you and Fair Elizabeth. You're leaving.
You should probably lay down. Let me, take those.
They're for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry you had to hear all that stuff in court today.
Why must you leave?
You're feeling better, aren't you? Besides, I think it's probably best that we have a little distance. So you don't have to pretend you didn't hear for yourself what a slut I really am.